You might think it's a dumbass idea to make just another shark movie if you've got nothing new to say or add to the genre. You'd be right.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Repeat to yourself, I am safe.
So there are a group of girls following in the footsteps of Blake Lively and Mandy Moore, many more women, by being in a film where they have to fight off a shark in a survivalist situation. The film is always under 90 minutes but feels longer, the film is always deadly serious, and the film's main character always has some sort of past traumatic event which leans in, and somehow they try and link her role as a woman and her trauma into the fighting of a shark. Which is stupid. The big difference with this film is that instead of some sort of survivalist or skilled person, all of the characters here are absolutely useless. Something in the Water features a group of actors I've never heard of and likely will never hear from again. There's the lesbian couple that broke up after one of them enraged a group of teenage girls who then made her watch while they beat the shit out of her girlfriend. There's the one who's getting married, but no she ain't. There's the one who dragged them all out there on a crappy boat without telling anyone where they were going the day before one of them gets married with none of the right equipment, and then lets the one who doesn't know how to drive the boat over coral and crashes it. And then there's the other one who also has a no personality, but I'm sure she won't die first. This is grim. I know that shark movies are 90% trash, but normally I know that they're going to be trash going in because they've got a stupid name in their own theme song. This one does have kind of a stupid name, but it's just the kind of film that makes you realize, wow, waiting around for a shark to come and attack you, which it could do at any point but chooses not to for unknown reasons, is incredibly boring. Just so dull. One of the girls gets bitten by a shark, and I mean she's standing in the shallows right next to a beach, and the shark bites off half her leg without even knocking her over. It was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. And then it gets worse because none of the other girls tourniquet it. They kind of wrap a thing just around it terribly and let her bleed out real fast while trying to take the boat to go back to the mainland. Unfortunately, they went a long way, and then they let the girl who doesn't know how to drive a boat and crash it over coral. It doesn't break down. The boat's fine. They just crash it. They are all so stupid. And it would be a comedy of errors if the whole thing wasn't just played serious as a shark attack. The problem is this isn't really a shark movie. The shark takes a random bite out of one of them, when they're just standing there, but then it doesn't try to attack them unless there's blood in the water until the finale, when it conveniently gets super murdery. It's just such a dumb film. And the problem is that since that's what's going on, these women are just, most of the film, just sitting in the water, waiting for help to come or the shark to attack them. It means it's ridiculously boring. There's just nothing going on. It's not like a film that's filled with flashbacks to what happened or how they got here or anything like that. So once they are sitting in the water with the boat crash, they are just sitting there. Also, they crashed the boat on coral because it was so close to the surface. But then they get out of the boat and there's no coral anywhere around them. There's nothing they could stand on. There's no points where it's above land until near the end when she conveniently finds a bit of land and gets on it. And you'd think that's about the tide, right? No, they are in the water for 30 hours. So there's been a couple of tides, yeah. The lack of basic logic, the inability to make any of the five main characters not completely shit, the way they're just constantly bickering and arguing, it's so annoying. And they're all talking over each other so much that you just don't even know what they're saying half the time. The something that's in the water is some annoying women. It's really frustrating because there is just, I know in a lot of survival films and horror films, you're yelling at the main characters thinking they're dumb. But this goes beyond that, honestly. Considering that it's got some production quality, this has probably fallen farther from what I expected from a shark film than any other shark film I've seen recently. Most of them I have pretty low expectations going in on, but still, it's just so frustrating. The audacity to have the shark come and attack this woman for no reason after she was asleep in the ocean floating with a life vest all night and it didn't come anywhere near her. There's just so much to be really angry at this film for. I don't want to just shit on this thing, but it is just terribly written on another level. So I'm giving Only the Gays Can Live 1.5 stars. I mean, the shark attacks one of them in the shallows, which is ridiculous right at the beginning. But then no shark, and there are sharks around, no shark comes near them or tries to attack them unless there's blood in the water for a whole day of them just sitting in the ocean. And then multiple sharks decide to attack her when she's on her own right at the end.